Good evening, all. Hope I'm audible. Quick response in the chat box. Okay. Meanwhile, I also want can you quickly respond to whom core Java is completed in the session who are available as of now among yourself? Just put a message in the chat box saying that completed, so that I will have a rough idea. For the testing batch, core Java is completed. Okay, for FS 23 batch. The other batch students, that is development batch students. For you, development that is core Java is collections is going on. Okay, that means almost an end. Okay. Collections, which topic, Sumati? Currently, which topic? Sorting of a complex object is done. Array list. Okay. Inbuilt methods. Okay, got it. Fine. So another few days, your core Java will be completed, right? That means all of you are almost ready for an interview. So both the batches, testing as well as development, for the core Java is completed means you are almost ready. Even for the testing, it depends on their testing concepts like manual as well as automation, how or where it is currently going on. But for the development, I think core Java, if it is getting over, that means you are ready-made material now. Should be keep updating, like you should be keep on attending in interviews day by day. If not like that, it's not like this. Okay, today from BGS I'm not getting the interview, like when I have to attend the interview, where no, it's okay. They will have a scheduled times, like they'll post up the drive details in the group as well in the social media. But other than that, from yourself also give a try, no? Here, so sometimes there would be a blocking period, sometimes could be other things and all. But if you try outside also, you will at least get an idea. There is nothing called as like the first time you attend the interview and you got a offer letter. There might be only 1% of chance who will get into a company like that, but the other 99%, it is something like this. You should get used to the environment of interview. Even though a few people who have a good conceptual knowledge, that is technical knowledge, because of the fear, because of their the environment set up in the interview, the fear which they have, they'll lose confidence and they'll not answer in the interview. So only the how much interviews you will attend, that much of confidence level it will build in yourself. That is the reason I'm telling, try to attend the interviews, start attending the interviews. And most importantly, when you start attending the interviews, the HR questions, even though every day you will see, okay, this is the HR question, where do you want to see after 5 years, how much salary are you expecting, all these are the HR questions, which you feel it is easy. But when you are in that position, how to answer, what type of answer you should give, all that you should think, means only in one day the interview, it is not possible. And also I would suggest dream for something good, like initially as a fresher, if you are going in 3 or 4 lakhs per annum, that is a package which as an expected, you expect, or you always dream for 5 or 6 lakhs per annum for the freshers, I'm telling. When you're dreaming about that kind of salary, at least you will end up with 4. And if you feel like, okay, something is given that is sufficient for me, I will do that. At the other side, salary also you will not be happy, the other side work also you will not feel happy. If salary is good, then automatically the inner you will feel, okay, though so much of amount they are paying to me, what kind of work I'm doing it. So that feel will be there, and automatically you will work, and interest also will grow. So I'm not telling that because of salary only you have to work, no, that is one. key point which you will work. If you say no ma'am, I'll not work for salary, I will work for my improving skills and all, at the end of the month if you don't get the salary, will you feel happy? No, you have to get a salary for what you have worked for, and they'll be paying you for what you have worked. So have this mindset. Start planning to get into a company. Think that you are a future developer or a future tester. What are your key skill sets you should be containing? All that you have to plan. And I hope that your resumes are ready. In a skill set, the only thing which you have to keep pending is the skill set part. Till now, what are the concepts you know? Core Java, you know, automation testing, you know, manual test. Only you add so much. When you're adding, give a points there. For example, core Java, you are good at core Java, like you are good at object oriented concepts, oops concepts, the pillars of Java. Like that, when you highlight the things, they'll get to know, okay, you are good at that, and they'll ask you the questions from that. You are good at object oriented programming language, but you'll mention C also, basic C, I know. And they'll also concentrate on basic C then. So have this, what you know, only that much you mention. 5 pages, 6 pages of interview, whatever resume, if you're preparing your profile, if you're preparing, please stop doing that. They'll not get so much of time to see it, turn out all the pages and go through. No, simple, short and simple. They basically see your skill set. In that technical skill set, whatever you will mention, based on that only they'll pick you out. So only on that part concentrate more. Okay. Yeah. If you have not prepared from day one, I'm saying at least have one rough resume prepared. Long back in your college, if you are prepared, don't give that resumes only to the interviews now. Update it. Few will would have forgotten what they have given in that. Whatever project you have mentioning, at least read few lines about it. 100% you will be having the abstract part of it, or few information about your project. How you have done, you also know, we also know. But that is a mandatory question which will be asked in the interview. However, your concepts, when you get over, you will be doing a project. Then you can put that project only in your resume. But until that, just a minute. Sorry for that. So until you get into that particular stage, now prepare some sample resume with whatever projects you have done. Okay, so that read out for few lines from your project documentation what you would have done in your college. Have this few points, hardly what they ask, what was your role in that. So maintain some notes, 5 6 points for that. I'm telling you, they'll not concentrate more on that project, but rather they'll concentrate what is the technology you are using, how you are good at that. So you can immediately turn out your topic there. Yes, the basic level knowledge I had in the academics, but when it comes to the Java, or when it comes to the testing, I am very good at this. I know this is concept. Immediately they shift this particular topics and they'll start asking you the question. Interview is such one thing you can play there. According to your knowledge, you can make the interviewer to ask. So remember that your all duty from now onwards, along with the studying the technical part, you should also prepare how you will track the interviews. Okay, sometimes even though you don't know answers, 10 questions are asked, 5 questions only you would have answered, but that first 5 best answers you would have given, they'll forget that the rest 5 you have not answered. Still they'll recruit you because of that first impressive answer. So how you will answer, that is important. Okay. Yeah, moving on to the concepts. Let me just share the screen. I think few are not able to attain it before 7, so I can see the less count. However, the recording will be shared and it is only for today, which I have told for 6:45. Yeah. On the previous day, we have discussed about few operators, right? Arithmetic, relations, all that. As I mentioned, all these operators, one questions you can expect. Majorly, relational operators, yes, they'll ask. But along with that, one more major important questions, or I can say most of the questions in operators comes in the operator called as a like operator. In this like operator, we have two symbols or the pattern matching symbols where it helps out for us to identify from the table which pattern you want to match. Based on that, you have to print something. So as I mentioned, this is one of the important operator. You can see n number of questions in this. Very simple, very easy if you know those two symbols working. What are those two symbols which we have is, one is modulus operator. I can say the pattern matching symbol, the percentage, the other one is underscore. What does this percentage symbol, the modulus symbol do? It will check 0 or more characters in the strings which we are saying. So whatever value we are asking, it will go to that particular column. Suppose if I say, please go to the name column. So it will go to the name. If we are mentioning first name, it will go to the first name. If we are telling it for the last name, it will go to the last name. In that, it will consider from 0 or more characters. Depends on how we are writing the condition. So we will see that. First understand the basic rule. And when we have this underscore, it means that it matches exactly. I think there are no people in the waiting, right? Everybody are joining. Yeah. Yeah. So when it comes to the underscore, it matches exactly a character. So I can just say matches exactly a character. So this is how I can give the information. Then what kind of questions can we expect for this like operator? Or I can say basically the like operator is used to search for a specific pattern in a column. For example, write a query, just observe, write a query to retrieve the first name, and first name only I'll tell. And also let it print the last name, where or whose last name starts with KU. What they are asking? They're asking you the information. Please go to the table. In the table, you have the first name, you have the last name, out of which you have to print the first name also, last name also. But I want such name in last name, the first characters are, or the name should start off the last name as KU. Here also I have KU. So such name, first name and the last name should be printed. So don't you think this is something called to be a pattern matching? I'm expecting one pattern. What pattern? This pattern to be there in the last name. Based on that, I should be providing the output. Then how to write? As simple as that. I would use the select clause. I'll tell what is that I have to be printing. I have to be printing the first name and also the last name. So I'll tell that. And from which table? From employees table. And what is that I have to print? The condition is there. So I'll tell where the last name. I need not bother about the first name. It should print. But which first name? Whichever last name starts with KU. That first name I have to be printing. So I would tell last name. We should use the operator like. And we should tell no equals to, no semicolon, colon and all directly. Whatever string, the pattern matching I am asking, I'll tell it should start from K. It should continue with U. After that, what kind of characters? I don't know. But if the last name is starting with KU, I have to find out what is the, I need to find out such last name and print such last name and the first name. This is what I should be telling. Okay, still Selenium is going on. Okay, this is for a topic you're telling, right? Okay. Yeah. So like this is what is expectation. If I write this much, please do observe. I want everybody's concentration here. It says no data found. Why? What is my query? My query is still now 90% correct. I am telling, please give me such first name and last name whose last name is KU. Means I am asking for such name. Suppose the name is Vinod and the last name is KU. Only KU. That name you give. But if you observe in my table, there is no only KU. I have some characters after KU also. So it is saying no data found. Then what to tell, ma'am? Simple. I have two symbols here. One is modulus, the other one is underscore. I have told if it is only one character exactly, I will go with underscore. But do you think, or can you think that how many characters will be there after KU in my table? So few will have only Kumar, few will have Kumari, few will have Kumari with initials. So like that, there could be 0 or there could be more than that also. What if there is one data with only KU? Means I can also say 0 or more characters. If there is KU only, that also you give as output. So I'll tell modulus. What does modulus will do? It will check for 0 or more characters. What type of characters? It will check KU data, it will check Kumar data, it will check Kumari data. Like this, whatever starts with KU, it will check, compare, and if that kind of data is present, it will retrieve and it prints. Let me check. So it says first name Vinod Kumar, Mukund Kumar, and this is my expectation to print. This is one type of question. Again, please observe. I want to ask or retrieve the first name. I'll use the shortcut FN, that is first name, and also last name, whose last name, last two characters are MS. One more thing, when you are fetching out in this way, suppose you have the data K in uppercase and U in lowercase. But what you do, you give the K in lowercase and now try to execute. I told you, leaving the column name and the clauses that select from where, that statements and all, the data what you enter inside the table, the attributes are case sensitive. Kumar is a value given inside the last name, which is case sensitive. K is in uppercase. So I have to retrieve only such kind of data. So if I change my cases, I will not get the output. Ma'am, what if they have not given the table? They just ask K in lowercase and U. Then you write the same cases, use the same cases. But if they have given the table, refer to the table and that particular table value, you have to print it. Okay. I hope this is clear. I'll just mention no data found because changing the cases. Yeah. Now the other question is, write a query to retrieve the first name, last name, whose last name, last character, not only last character, last two characters are MS. Okay, let me first go to the table and see last two characters are MS. Do I have any other data with last two MS? Only one, that is John Williams. Agree all of you? Okay. So I'll come back. Already most of you are sending me the information how to write it. Same query with respect to query, nothing much change, but pattern matching. Whatever information I have to tell, that is only the one which will get changed. See, now whatever we are learning, right? all these operators, sometimes they'll ask you like together, relational operators, like operators, not null or is null, that operators we have, right? All put together, 3 or 4 in one query only they'll ask. So you should remember all individually. Now we are solving. So once we understand this individual queries, then when they ask you the lump sum the query all put together in one, it will be easy for us to sort it out. So understand it in this way. What they're asking, last 2 characters. Okay, first let me just write ms. If I write this ms, how your cursor will move and check? Okay, it will go to a last name, check ms from the beginning. But I don't want it to be informing from the beginning. I want to tell from last. Then what about the first character? There could be ms data, there could be AMS data, there could be AAMS data, there could be BAMS data. Like this, there could be whatever data before MS. I am least bothered. 0 characters or 0 or more characters, but last character should be MS. 0 or more. Whenever the term 0 or more, directly I'll go with a modulus operator. Okay, let me just first, without modulus, if I check, it says I don't have that kind of data because I don't have only MS, I have Williams. So I want initial other characters here. So I'll just select, I'll run it. So when I say, I'll get the expected output. Already most of you are aware about telling it. Let me just quickly move on. I will now tell, write a query to retrieve such information whose last name whose last name first whose last name second character from beginning is A. What I'm saying here, write a query to retrieve such information whose last name, okay, means in the last name, second character from the beginning. Second character, when I say, it could be from last also, it could be from first also, but they have mentioned from beginning. So from beginning, the first, second, the second, instead of I, if I have A, then I should go with character. I should go with that kind of name information. So I'll just select which information, all the information, since I don't have over there. Maybe first let us understand. So I'll just give only few so that we will get in clarity. Then I'll give all. Okay. From employees, where I'll tell last name, like. Now comes the topic. I'll tell A. If I just tell A, do observe what is the meaning of it. I want last name whose value is just A. This is the meaning. Do I have any last name with the only A? No. So it will give me the no data found output. But what is the question? They are asking first, second character. From the beginning, the second character is A. That kind of name I want. Okay. So if I tell percentage A, what type of information it will give? It will give bat information, it will give cat information, because second character here is this, and it will also give the other information, like maybe, see, I have A in the third character. Don't you think I will get the output of this also? So I just mentioned last character is A. In the beginning, let it be 0 or more. I will get the output in this way. Or maybe I'll get the output of this also. When I use percentage, the modulus, don't you think it will give me the all such output whose name has A at the end? and the beginning, whatever it could be, 0 or more characters, it will be giving me the output. But what is the expectation? They are not telling all such name. They are asking only one such name whose second character is A. Means it would satisfy only these two names, not these names. How to tell? Then I cannot go with this modulus because it will give you the information of 0 or more. Then I want the exact character, means I would tell underscore. And I say underscore, this is one character. After that character, what you want? A. After A, what you want? Did they mention? No. Means it could be 0 characters, it could be more than 0 characters. So what does this condition give? It will give you the information. Initially one character, okay. After that, A should be there. After that, you have any number of characters, doesn't matter. No, I should not be having any character. That also it will satisfy. But what is the condition? Second character from the beginning should be A. Will that be satisfied? I'll select, I'll run. So are we satisfying the condition? The clarity about underscore and modulus is clear. Now, if I post a few questions, will you be able to sort it out quickly? Because I don't think so. A lot of time is required. The basic understanding is sufficient. On this only, one more type of question might be asked. Okay, I'll give that kind of also. To display first name which consists of substring, let me go to the name, which consists of substring bin, which consists of a substring bin. So what is the meaning of this question? I have to be printing such name. What is the meaning of substring? It is a part of a string. Is it in the beginning? Is it in the ending? That doesn't matter. Anywhere inside that string, I have VIN. That name should be printed. For example, if you observe here, can you see in the first name I have Ravinder. VIN is a substring present in that particular name. Correct. So what to do here? If in case substring, if in case it asks string consists of, for all that the same meaning. So only thing is you should understand the question. If you understand, simple. So I can tell in the beginning how many characters, I don't know. In the ending, it could be many characters, that also I don't know. But what is the condition? In between, VIN should be there. That is my condition. So if that is the case, I will run. Is it not giving? Okay, I'm asking for last name here. I'll tell first name. So they are asking only first name. I'm printing last name also. So first name is what we have to be printing. So this is the case. With respect to underscore and modulus operator, is it clear to all? If I post some questions now, will you be able to solve? Okay, I'll give you some time, very less time. I want to know who will sort it out quickly. Let me just share the screen. Yeah, I think the first two are already solved. You can go with third question. You need not write a question in your notes, then put margins using scale and all. Directly start writing, because that kind of students also will be there. Maintenance is too high for them. So nothing like that. Nobody is giving you good handwriting award. I want only the solutions. So start observing the question, write down the answer. Question number 3, answer. Question number 4, answer. Question number 5, answer. Just write down somewhere in your book or in the notepad, anywhere. Quickly, take your time. Don't put it in chat box. I'm not asking. Select from where? Select from employees table only. Okay. Need not put the answers. It simply wastes of your time you putting the answer, then you will be delayed so much of seconds here. I want the one who will immediately puts the message there, done. So I want that candidate. So please quickly start solving. I'll be on mute. If you are doubt in that question, keep it pending, but move on. I don't want in between to halt and say, ma'am, I have this doubt. Should I that? No. You solve whichever you know, you solve. Quickly do it. All the questions displayed here. It's 7:18 in my time. I'll give just 3 to 4 minutes. Start doing. I'll stop speaking. Good going. I can see responses here, but as I mentioned, then putting it here, complete. All done. Is it completed? People are so much involved doing it. They are not even responding yes or no. Okay. Once done, keep a message quickly. Complete it quickly. Okay. So if you are still doing, I think the time which I have given is more. By then you should have completed. Since who have completed it, good that you are matching up with my pace, what I am expecting. If you are still doing almost only 2-3 questions left out, you're about to reach that, then it is still good. But if you are still in 6th question, 7th question, then you require a lot of practicing. Clear picture in that. I repeat, if you are just finding out with 3 or 4 questions, fine, no problem in your speed. But if you are left out or you're still doing 5th question, 6th question, that means you require a lot of practicing. You need to be very quick in solving the queries. Okay, yeah. So let me just quickly run out with this questions. What is the first question here? First two questions, I think there should be no doubt. I'll just write the operators, not complete query, only I'm writing the like, the condition there, okay? Write a query, you can halt it. If you're still pending out with a question, it's okay. Just pay attention, check out with your questions. Now, good that many of you have sent me that it is completed. Very good. Write a query to display all the details of employees whose last name contains the substring as. So I can tell where a last name like substring. Substring means in between it should be AS. So I will tell AS. Last, I don't know, it can be any characters. In the beginning, any characters. Okay. I think the same thing you have done. Yeah. Next one, where I can say that display the first name and the last name, where the last name, third character is N. So I think this also you should be able to do it. So I'll tell where last name, third character. So first character, second character, character wise means it is always underscore. So 1, 2, third character, don't put again one more underscore. Whatever character they are telling, that character you should give it to that number. So third character should be there. And after this third character, what is that next one? I don't know. It could be 0 or more characters. So I'll put the same that is modulus operator there. When next question, display the first name, last name, with the first name's second character. It is not the last name, it is first name, a last character. First name's second and last character are A. Now, first let me deal with this. Second character, how to tell? Underscore 1 and second character is A. What about the last character? I will tell A. What about in between? It could be many characters, it could be only 0 characters. So I can tell modulus. Good. So this is how it deals with this particular question. Now comes the last next question. All names of employees who, which does not start with S. So how do you write this query? How do you write this query? It does not start. First, let me write starts. So start with S. I should be writing. After this, it could be any characters, but if I have to tell the opposite of it, then you know the logical operator we have not. So I can tell not like S. Okay. Then comes the seventh, the display of all the operators whose name has R as third character. So whose name? So they have not mentioned anything. So I'll consider it as same, where name, first name, last name, anything you can consider. But assume that in the interview they have not mentioned and they have not given table. So as it is, I'll take it. Name has should have the third character, right? Okay, so I'll tell 1, 2, third character has R. After this, modulus. Okay, so I think the rest you can do it. Anything which is difficulty, let me just go with the last one here. I'll tell the last one, the salary now. So I'll tell where salary. What is the question? Display employee name and salary. So you should tell first name and salary to be printed only if they are earning 4-digit salary. Okay, let me just go to my table. I'll show you any salary here which have a 4-digit salary. Ravinder's salary is 4 digits. So how to tell? So I'll tell salary like digits. It's not 0 or more characters. It is exactly a digit, 4 digit. I mean 4 character. Can I tell 1, 2, 3, 4? Clear with this? Last one. Ma'am, I can use a star in the beginning, star in the end. Modulus in the beginning, modulus in the end. But modulus makes you to understand the query as 0 or more characters, right? What they are asking, only if they are earning 4-digit salary, and this will be giving you the 4 digits value. Okay. So any value, it could be 8,500, it could be 9,500. I'm least bothered about it, but it should be 4 digits. Okay. Then 11 questions, 11th one. Display the employee details whose name contains character T. So the meaning of this is the character should be, the character in the name should be T, but last one position in the last but one position means last second character. The meaning of this is last second character. So I'll put here in last but one position. That means last second. Okay, so the last second mean, so last character I'll tell underscore, means this is the last character, and last second should be T. Before this it could be any characters, so I'll tell 0 or more characters like this. Got it? 11th one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So details whose job contains substring ing. I hope you should be able to do it. Salary starting with 2. Wherever till now you are using character, you can use the digit 2. But even though it is digit, you should use single quote. Like operator, when you are using without fail, you should use the single quotes there. Okay. Display the employee first name whose name starts with a P and ends with R. P modulus R. Simple. So I hope everybody got it. Done. Can we move on to the next topic? Like operator, I'll be sharing a few more questions. That questions will be merged up with logical, relational, arithmetic, is null, is not null, as well as a like operator. All the operators mix and match. You should analyze which to use, between and operator. So you should first read out the question properly, then sort it out. Okay. Yeah. So keeping this aside, operators, now let's move on with the other few topics. I had given one assignment on the few days back where I had highlighted saying that if in case that data is not present in the table, or they have not mentioned you the table name or table details, at that time we should be going with one concept. So how to do that in session, we will understand. I have given that point if you have gone through the assignment note which I have shared to all. So what is the thing which I want to tell here is that in Oracle, we have a table called to be a dual table. How we are creating student table, employee table, library table, book table, like this. So how we create like that already pre-created table we have, which is called to be dual table. Inside this dual table, what we have, or I can say, if you ask me what is this dual table, who is creating, it is automatically created when you install the Oracle database. So it is nothing but a special one row, one column table present by default in Oracle. And even in other databases, it is still there. Even MySQL, you will get it. Okay. In Oracle, this or dual table, what I'm speaking is, it has the data type, I can say it as varchar2, means it consists of a character which you forget about everything. Just whenever the dual table comes to your mind, you should imagine one thing. It has one row, one column. So if I have to represent, just observe, you should imagine this diagram or the table, how I'll represent. So that is the information which you should have. So when to use, why to use, I'll explain it quickly now. Dual table, it is automatically present and it consists of one row and one column. What is that one row and one column? The column which consists of, or the name of this column is nothing but dummy. Means we say right, sample table, dummy table, which is of no use. Like we will not be creating or we will not be using it for every time. But for a sample, for a reference, if we want, each and every time, instead of creating one new table, we can utilize this dummy table. That is the meaning of this. And what is the value of this? It has a value X. And what is the use? When we will use all that, we will understand. But whenever I say dual table, this is the imagination you should get in your brain. Even in the interview, if they ask the same thing, you should communicate there. It is a special one row, one column table created by default in Oracle, or in also notes part I'll give. So need not worry, you can read it afterwards, but understand. And if you understand, normally you can explain it in the interview. And what it consists of, single row and single column. What is the column name? The column name is dummy. And what is the value present inside that? It is X. Got it? Yeah. So I will now ask a question. Let me go to the secret. Yeah. The question is something like this. Write a query. Just a minute. Write a query to concatenate or the name of Sumati with N like this. They are just asking Sumati is one value and the N is one another value. Now I have to concatenate both of them, but they will not mention you from which table. Okay. So I don't have any table here, table information, and if you refer to our employee also, you will not get these details. It's okay when it is only one information, it is easy for you. Like you need not go to a particular table and tell. If you go to the table, what will happen? Assume that you'll tell, okay, concatenate first name with the last name. When you tell that, n number of values will be concatenated, all the first name, all the last name. If you have Sumati also in that, it will concatenate. Okay. But their expectation is not to use. And sometimes you also want to check what is the output if I do this kind of activity. That time you should create an employee table inside that first name column, inside that Sumati, then this last name column, inside that N for salary. After creating all this, if you want to check, it is how tedious task is that. When you want to check only one output, a simple output. Then what to do, ma'am? Very simple. Instead of doing all that, you can tell select what is the value you want to concatenate. You want to concatenate a value Sumati. So just tell Sumati. For that, what is the value you want to concatenate? You want to concatenate a value M. And simply it should not be displayed. I'll tell name as the column name for this. And from where this details, because I don't have these details in my employee table and maybe the other table I have not created. Then what to do? Then you can utilize this dummy table which we have as dual. Ma'am, this data is not there no. For that reason only this dummy table is given. So if I just select this and run, can you see? Sumati N is the data which I'm getting it. Only one time you can do it. That is one set of data you can deal with because this dual table has only one column and one row. Ma'am, if I don't give this information, will it work? It will work. Whatever operation you are doing, same thing will be visible. But I told you, once after getting to know about the alias, you should always, just a minute. So you should always use the alias. This is the habit which you have to cultivate. You should never display the operations which you are performing. So I'll tell as what if we have the more than one column and row, then you should refer to our respective tables. This is when they give you one set of data and they will expect to, Kiran is asking, what if it has more than one column and row? If it is more than one column and row, definitely it's the data of a particular table. Okay. This is more frequently if they want to know in interview, if they want to know whether you know about dual table or not, they'll ask you this type of question. If not, more often where you use it is for your understanding only. Like sometimes you want to check some operation and for that you cannot go create a table and do no, then you can refer to this. Next topic which I'm doing, there you'll understand more of this advantage of using the dual table. So I'll come to that point, and as I mentioned, you should be using this alias names always. Okay, so I hope the a very less information about the dual table is clear. Few more instructions I need to be giving about this dual, but till here is it clear to everyone? Quickly respond.
Okay.
Hello, people, you are there? Huh, I'm getting a response now. Okay. For a minute, I was shocked that whether my voice was audible or not because I didn't get your responses. Yeah, that's really great. Now, till now, whatever we have understood, know the what is data, database, SQL, all this basic instructions, operators, table creation, all that. All these are just intro of SQL. I repeat, all these are intro of SQL. This week, what we will undergo, right? That is actual Oracle SQL, Oracle SQL. Means whatever we discuss this week are the expected interview question. Till today, how people used to think, I also got so many responses in my WhatsApp thing that, ma'am, SQL is very easy. Ma'am, that is very easy. Ma'am, this topic is very easy. I understand, because what topics you have learned are easy only. Even first standard kid, if I explain them, this is how you should write. Now these time, these kids are very good in grasping, but they'll also write. Now whatever topics will come, no, they are little bit conceptual wise. Same in every database, but understanding is very much important. Then so many will be thinking already, oh, that means the difficult part is coming. No, it is not difficult. It is little bit logical. That's it. You have to put your brain and write a query. That's it. And it is very interesting. Till now, what we have seen, how interesting. Well, I don't know whether you were interesting or not, but I feel that it is interesting. But now onwards, whatever we see it is little more interesting part. That is what I can say. But I want to know till today what we have discussed in the session are clear to everyone. Only if you know that much, then only the further part will be easy. I have shared one document today, the data types one. This is like, treat it as a semester. Till today, what you have learned is one semester. From tomorrow, what you will learn, that is a second semester, the final semester. So for whatever the first parts or the topics we have studied till date, you have to read it. All the notes which I have shared, you have to completely read it. That once you read that, then only the further part will be clear. Coming to the notes which I have shared for today, I'll be sharing one more notes also. But today, what I have shared, the data types, I want everybody to read it. Data types will not be discussed in the class. See, I'll tell you one frank topic here, point here. Nobody will ask you in the interview, please tell me the data types in the SQL. Nobody will ask. SQL is all about the writing the queries, clearing the tables, creating the tables, how to deal with the sub commands, that is the DML, DDL, all these commands, how to learn and how to explore them is all about that. Data types also, if you want to explain me like how in Java we will teach you, right? Okay, in Java we have this type of data, these are the memory allocation, these not required. The same thing, same type of operation, you know already what is the use of float, what is the use of double, why two types we have, that also you know. In notes very clearly I have given. Even the dumbest to dumb student, if I share that notes to them, they'll understand. With written notes I have given. Hardly what you have to do, you have to take your 5 more minutes of your lifetime, what you have today, read it and come to tomorrow's class. Once after you read, you should go back to that table creation which we did on the very first day. Just see that. That's all you should do. So that part, will you do it from your end? Great. So as I mentioned, till today, if there is no problem, the further 1 week also there will be no problem. It is smooth flow which will go like that. And I'm telling you, SQL is simple, very easy to understand, very easy to forget also. So I don't want you to do that very easy to forget. I want you to remember every time. So only I have told, maintain the notes separately without fail. Tomorrow onwards, we will have a little bit by extending the timing. Okay. I'll tell you, I'll manage the timings. I'll see, and accordingly, I will plan. Okay. Yeah. So fine then, for today, I will complete it. I will stop my discussion till here. The further discussions will make it tomorrow. Few notes which I share, I will update it in the groups. Please go through it. And data types, take your next 15 minutes and read that. Please, at Surbi, yeah, Surbi, it will be at 7 o'clock. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. Fine then. Have a great night. Let's all meet tomorrow. Thank you.